I am now 20 weeks pregnant. I'm pregnant with a baby that is not mine. The child belongs to the parents, the intended parents that I'm caring for. And it's been a beautiful journey. It's been really smooth, thankfully. Fingers crossed that it continues to be easy and free flowing, healthy, etc. Tomorrow I'm going in for my 20-week anatomy scan, where they scan for all of the organs, making sure everything's normal, everything's okay, and the baby's developing well. So that's really exciting. And it's been interesting because, obviously this baby isn't mine. And in other surrogate situations, when the couple is local, the couple may want to be more present in the pregnancy and in the appointments and things like that. In my case, the couple is very much wanting to be present, but they can't because of the pandemic, right? So all of my prenatal appointments, they haven't really been able to come to. I've been pretty much on my own. I personally haven't minded that. I feel like I thrive better when I'm left alone. I don't like feeling confined. However, I do know that it's super important for the intended parents to be part of the process because it's their baby, right? It's not my baby. So it's been kind of like bittersweet because as much as I want them to be part of this, they haven't been able to. And as much as I enjoy my autonomy and my freedom to do what I need to do, I also realize that they're missing out on a lot of this process. So that's been kind of the interesting part of this whole situation. Aside from that, I've been seeing a lot of things about body image in pregnancy, and I think that's something that I'm actively working through. Is before the pregnancy, I was actively trying to work on my own self-love journey, right? Like learning to unlearn the things I had learned to think about myself based on maybe my childhood, my upbringing, maybe things that old partners had said that made me feel insecure, things like that. And it's been a really beautiful process, and I'm going to be sharing more about that in the next couple of months to a year. I'm working on a project to help share that experience and inspire other people to work through those challenging moments, right? Those challenging ideas about ourselves. But in this process, the work that I've been doing individually has actually really helped me prepare myself for this pregnancy, because obviously my body's changing and I knew my body would change. And I feel like when you're pregnant, you kind of sacrifice that, right? You kind of sacrifice your body and the way that you thought your body would look your entire life. I know that when I had my daughter almost over 8 years ago, I wasn't in the best health. I had gained a lot of weight, and it was all very much because I was drinking a lot. And so I had a lot of shame around that. I had a lot of insecurities around that. And this time around, it's been completely different because I obviously was aware that I was going to be pregnant. So I had time to prepare my body. I had time to prepare my mind and my spirit for that. And so that's been interesting too, just to see the difference between the two pregnancies. But I think really what it comes down to that makes it difficult to stay in a grounded place around body image during pregnancy is society. It's the way that society makes us feel that pregnant women should look and how women should look in general. I'll give you an example. This box has been sitting on my dresser for, maybe 6 months now. It's a belly rub. It says the tummy rub butter by this product manufacturer called Mama Mio. So it's organic. It has like natural ingredients and stuff, which is great because obviously we don't want to put like poison on our bodies. And a lot of the stuff that's out there, a lot of the products for pregnant people are full of junk. So, but my biggest issue with things like this is marketing things like this. You can't really see it because it's backwards, but it says, say no to stretch marks. And it has a big NO in there, right? And I'm looking at this box. Someone gave it to me as a gift, a well-meaning person, you know, and I'm just kind of like, what does this message tell us? This message tells us that there's something wrong with stretch marks. This message tells us that there's something wrong with you if you have stretch marks. And that's really messed up. And that is a perfect example as to how these messages that we're fed through media, through like social media and just the media that's out there, through marketing, through advertisements, through these capitalist structures that are trying to feed us products, but also keep us in these boxes in a way, trying to tell us how we should look and how we should feel and how we should think, really. So I want to encourage anyone watching who is pregnant, anyone who is trying to get pregnant, anyone who is planning to get pregnant eventually, to challenge those ideas, especially if you can work on that before you get pregnant, ideally, because it is a little bit of a mind game. A lot of these messages we're fed are really messed up. They are counterproductive to our health as pregnant people. They are counterproductive to our growth as people of color. They are counterproductive to us as birthing people who are bringing other humans into the earth, which is a pretty amazing thing, and making us feel like we're less than and like there's something wrong with us if our natural process of stretching and expanding and growing a human, like there's something wrong with that. Again, I'm talking about this example of like stretch marks, right? Like stretch marks happen. They happen. Your body is expanding. Your womb is expanding. If your skin has never stretched to the point to hold the child that you're carrying, you're going to experience stretch marks. It's inevitable. One thing I would suggest is to keep the skin moisturized. That helps, but it's less about the superficial aspect of the marks themselves, and it's more about keeping your skin hydrated and keeping your body healthy. And that's one suggestion I could make to combat this promotion of like, say no to stretch marks. I say yes to stretch marks. I love my stretch marks. I got them with my first pregnancy, and even then, I mean, I was young and, you know, wanted to wear bikinis, but I never felt like I couldn't afterward. And I think that takes a lot of, again, unlearning what is okay, what is and what isn't okay to look like or to do when you're a mom, when you're pregnant, when you're postpartum. Nobody gets to determine that but you. So you are going to feel as beautiful and as good as you think you do. And that's what I want to encourage those out there watching, is to just try to stay grounded in that. Try to stay grounded in how you feel, and take note of the feelings you're having around body image and pregnancy, and how much of that comes from your own inner voice and how much of that is influenced by the world. Whether it's like I mentioned, like partners who maybe made you feel bad about the way you looked, whether it's campaigns on the internet, sponsored ads, things that people are throwing at you, telling you need to have like a tummy binder and this and that afterwards. You don't need all that shit. Like, honestly, when it comes to pregnancy and postpartum, you don't need a lot of things. What you need is to stay grounded in who you are, and keep in mind that yes, your body is going to change, but that's the beautiful part of this experience, is that your body's changing to accommodate the needs of your baby. Your body's changing to make a warm and nurturing space to hold that child and keep them safe throughout your pregnancy. And that is beautiful, and that's what makes you beautiful during this time and after. So that's my message to you all today. I really appreciate those of you that are here listening and watching. It's nice to be outside. It's a beautiful day. I'm really trying to enjoy this pregnancy as much as possible, and it's been really great. I can't really complain about much. I'm kind of enjoying the solitude. It's given me a lot of time to reflect and to think about these types of these types of things like body image and body politics and things like that. So yeah, I hope you all are enjoying your evening, and if you have any questions, reach out. If you need anything, if you need, any guidance, or have any questions at all regarding birth or pregnancy, postpartum, let me know. Also, if you or anyone you know is looking to take a childbirth class right now, let me know. My online class is still open and available. I'm still taking a couple more students. So that is something that you can access online. It's a 5-week course, and it's available to anyone who's pregnant or expecting. And yeah, it's a tool you can use to try to make the best out of your pregnancy experience and your labor and birth. So take care, and I'll see you all very soon.